What's good?
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Shooting the Shit, episode 3, with my man, the myth, the motherfucking legend, JP. What's good, fam?
What's good? How you been?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I mean, hell of a week, man. We're still on lockdown out here in Cali. Same old shit, same old stuff. I mean, it's been crazy. How about you, man? How was your week?
Yeah, it was good. It's good. Like I said, with the whole lockdown thing still going on. I mean, it just same old, chilling with the family. Do what we can,
Yeah.
practice social distancing, but then again, still trying to bounce out your regular life with little adjustments.
Do you think this whole lockdown thing is like beneficial, or do you think we're just overdoing it now?
I believe we're overdoing it just because this is becoming more of a financial lockdown than the actual for health reasons.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because um, it's so much politics that's getting into this. I'm hearing more politicians
Whoa,
than
whoa, whoa! You're saying it's political driven that the virus is fake?
no, no, no. It's
Oh
serious,
no, no,
but
no, brother! It is it's beyond that. Okay, I get what you're saying. I'm
uh,
just kind of I don't mean to cut you off, but this is what I feel, dude. I was
yeah,
saying this earlier. Everybody that has been catching, yeah, the cases are going up, but nobody's
hmm.
dying. Nobody is dying from it.
Well, I believe that people are dying, but what it
No,
is,
I
it's a
mean, there has been zero reports about people dying. People are catching it, but how come we're not getting the recovery numbers?
well, that's what it is. With the statistics, how that works is when someone has COVID, they mark it up, but they don't show the recovery data
That's what I'm saying.
because people believe about statistics. It's easy to manipulate. It's easy to maneuver. But even with the deaths, I believe they are real because death is real. But the
No
only thing
doubt.
that's questionable is it is actually from COVID because there have to be an audit. I mean, even the lady from Florida um, who got went to jail because she manipulated data of
Yeah.
the COVID.
I
So
mean,
this is like raising a lot of eyebrows.
oh, for sure. I think you're right though. I think it is politically driven at some point. I don't want to talk about politics too much, but I just think that they're just holding us in place because for one they could benefit from this. Obviously, they're getting
Yeah.
money, the vaccine,
Hmm.
all that crap, but I just
Hmm.
think it's tiresome and it's getting old, and I feel like a lot of people are catching it, but
Hmm.
everybody's fine. Nobody's.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a few people out there that are dying, but it's not these
Hmm.
massive numbers, and it's not this crazy amount of people that are dying like they say, which is the
Hmm.
whole thing of conspiracy of this stuff. But
Hmm.
I mean, I'm tired. I'm tired of being stuck inside. I'm tired of not being able to go to a restaurant. Tired of not
Hmm.
being able to go out and see life. It's crazy.
Yeah.
People
Well,
are
that's
starting to
the
lose
thing
their
what I was
freaking
telling you.
minds.
Exactly. That's what I was getting to because not only the financial lockdown, it look what it's doing to people. Like, yes, the numbers are going up with COVID, but look at the suicide rate, people going, depression, domestic violence,
Yeah,
CPS, and
for
people
sure.
stressed from school, bills. It's the cause of the effect of it. It's the COVID is like we have the immunity to
Yeah,
over cure ourselves.
yeah.
So even with the vaccine coming out, which is in a couple of days, and it's the same rate as your own immune system. That's what it is, and people in Britain already have it. So what the now we're saying is that already 6 people already died from the side effects from
Uh,
the vaccine.
so are you gonna get vaccinated?
No, I'm not. It's just because I mean, it's my. As I tell people, if you want to get vaccinated, it's your right. You should do what you want,
Yeah,
but I believe you shouldn't push your agenda onto somebody else.
I mean, I agree, but at the same time, I mean, yeah, I feel like it's just gonna be like the flu. It's never gonna go away. It's not gonna. They're
Hmm.
making a big deal out of it, obviously, and I think
Hmm.
once the vaccine comes out, things will obviously go back to normal, but it's never really gonna go away.
No, because the reason why I say that is because Right now we're in America 2.0. It's a lot going on behind the scenes that people, not focus on.
Oh, for sure.
Like Fed coins coming out. What that is, it's a cryptocurrency that's going to eventually probably replace the dollar.
Yeah.
And you also have, um, like I said, the vaccine where they're trying to push that agenda because that's what America is. They're trying to capitalize more again on pharmaceutical.
I mean, I get it. I mean, it's tiresome. We're
Yeah.
tired. It's
But we
just
need
getting
the
old. I
option to
mean, a
say
lot of
no.
businesses are getting affected by this as well. I mean, I don't want to get too much into politics and just the
Yeah,
coronavirus because I know people are sick and tired of that shit.
yeah.
Um, PS5 news, man. I got some kind of crazy news about that. Um,
What's going on?
so scalpers, bro. Scalpers are hitting hard. They're hitting fast. They are relentless. They are ruthless.
What do you mean?
But the the people are starting to fight back. So
Hmm.
um the okay, so a company in the UK was they're a pretty known company. They were selling PS5s on the website, and a group
Hmm.
of people, these scalpers, they were buying them. So they had, I
Hmm.
think, over 1,200 PS5 consoles ordered,
Yeah.
and this is
Hmm.
one group of people. And
Yeah.
these people that were the group of people that bought these PS5s,
Hmm.
they were creating a Discord service. If you don't know
Mm.
what Discord is, it's basically like a chat slash, so it's a social media for gamers predominantly, but you can pretty much use
Hmm.
it for anything. So people were charged. They created a Discord server which you had to pay to get into their Discord just to buy
Hmm.
the consoles from them. So it was like a double
Hmm.
paywall kind of thing. So you had to pay to get in, and
Mm.
you had to pay for the
Yeah.
console, which they were selling at $1,000 and up. Well,
Oh
this
my
company
goodness.
caught on to what they're doing and said,
Hmm.
So they canceled all 1,200 orders from these jackasses, and now they're screwed because they promised a lot of people these consoles, and they did
Oh.
pre-sale a lot of these
Yeah.
consoles, so now they're screwed. So I'm happy to hear that, and at the same time, like it's like, come on, man, like it was cool, a couple people,
Hmm.
you guys did it the first 2-3 waves. Let it go now.
Hmm.
Let people just start buying the consoles now. I mean, you guys probably made enough money. Stop being assholes and just let the people buy what they want to buy at normal fucking price. Um,
Yes.
so that was the big news that I got for that this week for the
But that's the
PlayStation
thing too.
5.
Like, why would they promise people that many PS5 to join the Discord if they don't even physically have it?
Well, it was like pre-order because they had the pre-order set already.
Yeah, but they don't physically have it.
No, but I mean, when just like anything else, like if you pre-order
Hmm.
something, you figure you're gonna get it because you already pre-ordered it. And
Yeah.
a lot of these scalpers are claiming, oh, this is how I feed my family, blah 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 blah. I'm like, you
Yeah.
spent $50,000 on
Hmm.
consoles, and you're
Hmm.
that's not enough money to feed your family
Yeah.
alone. Like, come on, man. Like that just
Exactly.
sounds ridiculous. But at the same time, like I mean, you know how it is. It's a hustlers are gonna hustle, and people
Hmm.
are gonna buy into the shit because it's a hot product. But
Hmm.
I mean, like you said, like we said a couple episodes, if you gotta wait, just wait. I mean, you don't have to spend so
Yeah.
much money on this stuff.
Hmm.
Um, I know it's easier said than done because a lot of people, like I said, want them. They want to, surprise their
Hmm.
family members, their loved ones, their
Hmm.
kids. Um, and it's nearly impossible to do that because these people are doing that. That
Hmm.
brings me to my next kind of like thing I wanted to bring up was tips on buying. A lot of people have been asking me, and I got a lot of messages and questions about um, buying
Hmm.
something on OfferUp. So if you guys know what OfferUp is an app that you use. It's kind of like Craigslist where you buy and sell stuff and on it. So OfferUp is probably one of the most legit ways to get a PS5 through the
Hmm.
app. And so if someone's out of state and they're selling it, and you could ship the product to you, but the app holds your money until you say you got the product and it is what it is. Then the
Hmm.
money gets cleared. So now if they send you something that's not what you ordered, then you can make a claim and then they'll refund your money back, which they will give you a label to ship that stuff back. And as soon as that label is scanned and shipped back to them, you get your money back. So
Hmm.
I think that's the safest way to get something. Like, don't cash app anybody. Number one
Yeah.
rule is if they ask you for cash app, end that conversation, because that's a
Yes.
scam. These people are getting scammed out of, they'll say, oh, send me half, I'll send you a FedEx confirmation number. Bullshit.
Hmm.
Unless you're meeting them physically, don't give anybody money up front. And
Yeah.
even then, make sure like meetup spots, police stations, well lit places, meet up at a Denny's or Target or Walmart, somewhere where it's well lit and they have cameras. So you guys are not getting robbed. You guys are not getting, scammed. If you do get scammed, at least they'll have a footage of somebody, and
Hmm.
an idea to put out for what's going on. But like I said, if you're going to use any kind of app, use OfferUp, because there is a kind of insurance behind it by using their
Yeah.
shipping label process. So that's my tips for today on that. If you guys have any more questions, just DM me or JP on
Hmm.
YouTube, and or just leave a message down in the comments. JP, you have anything that maybe add to that about purchasing a console from a scalper, like as far as safety, or even maybe talking down prices? You have any tips on that?
Hmm. Well, that's what exactly I was gonna say. Talk down prices. Just because, I mean, yes, they do have them, but as a buyer, you have the final negotiation. So if a scalper wants $1,500 or $1,200, it's like, come on, use common sense. The system's
Yeah,
only $500.
yeah,
So as a person, as a buyer, talk them down. Say, hey, you know what? I'll give you 800 or 700. I
yeah,
mean, if you really want it, do it. But if it's one of those you're doing it for, just to be for bragging rights, I
yeah,
mean, you can win. But then again, I mean, I always tell people buy what you want.
yeah.
I mean, it's up to you. Let the market do its thing.
Of course. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, a tip also that I would give too is, if don't be discouraged on how many no's you're gonna get if you're offering, to buy it for
Hmm.
$700, $800 or whatever. You're
Hmm.
gonna get a lot of no's, but just keep going, and you're eventually gonna find
Yeah,
somebody who's gonna want to sell it, and they're gonna be like, you know what? Why am I selling it for so crazy price? No one's gonna buy
exactly.
this right now, like that, for that.
Hmm.
Especially with everything going on, holidays. No one wants to spend that crap ton of money. I mean, there's a lot of people
It's a
that
lot of
might
money.
do it, but there's also a
Hmm.
lot more people that are not going to do it. So these scalpers
Exactly.
are eventually going to have to give and meet you at a
Hmm.
reasonable price.
Exactly. Because a
Um,
lot of people are, like I said, I mean, it's common sense. A lot of people are not going to spend $1,500 in a game. I mean, it's
yeah,
like,
of
no, it's
course,
common
it's
sense.
insane. I mean, it's
Hmm.
going to keep continuing to kind of barrel down, but at the same time too, people, like, if you guys are trying to secure a console online, I mean, you never know, you might get lucky and grab it online. So there is a lot of
Hmm.
restocks coming out. Best Buy, Target, Walmart, Costco, even.
Hmm.
I know uh, GameStop. You have to physically go in and buy a lot of the consoles now, which is a good thing. You might have to camp out or wait, but I mean,
Hmm.
that's the thrill of the ride of trying to secure one of these things right now. So you kind of just have to ask yourself how determined you are to get one, and if you're willing
Hmm.
to go through that kind of stuff. I mean, you don't necessarily have to spend thousands of dollars to get one, but you also,
Yeah.
it's going to require a little bit of work to to kind of pursue to get one.
So the
Um,
restocking
yeah, restocking it. They're going to be like putting more pre-orders out for the consoles.
for this year or
No, yeah,
for next
yeah.
year?
So I believe the next one is going to be the same week as Christmas, is what I heard. So be on the lookout for that.
Even after Sony announced they were trying to do how you say, the social distancing where they don't want people to camp out.
Huh?
They announced it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Sony saying that, oh, they're completely out of stock. They
Well,
want
they are right
everybody.
now. I mean, they are out of stock right now, but they are going to be restocking. They announced that like a couple of
Okay.
days ago. So be on the lookout.
Hmm.
Check, ask your local stores, call Walmart, call, GameStop, Target.
Hmm.
Just keep asking. I mean, you just got to be
Yeah.
persistent. You might get lucky and just, drop in and go grab one.
Hmm.
Um, just, be patient, and stay consistent, and take your time, and, just really not jump the gun on buying one for like $1,000, $1,200, because what if you do that and then someone pops up and is like, hey, I got one for $500, $600, $700, you want it,
Yeah.
then you're out $500, an extra $500.
Hmm. Exactly.
But yeah, I mean that's kind of like the whole gist of everything that's been going on with the PS5 news and everything. So my man, we went to a b-boy jam this weekend. That was dope.
Is the great environment, something different, good scenery, dope clothes, good food, good vibe. It was dope.
So a little history about us. I mean, me and JP, we were breakdancers at one point. I still kind of continue to do it, here and there. JP is long time retired, but still a G.
I love
But
it. I just
we
love
actually
the
have some
culture.
footage from that jam, and I'm gonna run it right now, and tell me what you guys think. And here we go. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is the first time we're vlogging for the first time. I have my beautiful girlfriend with me, and my son. He's in the back. Say hello, buddy. Oh, he's on the game. All right. Well, yeah, we're going to a breakdancing event, and it's thrown by Skills Over Hype, Breaking Bread. I think it's called the Holiday Jam. So it should be dope to kind of go check out the scene, and yeah, just kind of see what's going on, and I'll be judging. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Stay tuned. Peace. Boy Antics. Boy Sean. What's up, baby? How you doing? Hey. I'm judging the event.
Cause I like competition though. Hey, bro. Hey, man, good to see you.
You told me you were afraid, and still I couldn't see.
What did you think of that, JP? What did you think of the footage that we got? And kind of give people a rundown and the scene and the vibe of what your perspective.
It's just dope, just because everybody, get together. I mean, I know everybody's in lockdown, but everybody had a great time. Everybody wore masks. We did, somewhat of the social distancing, but it was just a good vibe, good energy, good food. You know, it was really dope. It was really dope.
So, like, would you recommend, people that have no, they've never been exposed to that kind of culture and stuff? Would you recommend them going out and checking it out?
Oh, you gotta check it out. Just the vibe, the energy, just for the culture. Just it's something different.
Yeah.
I mean, even to go, the people are really cool.
Oh yeah.
It brings dancing, break dancing, choreography. I mean, it's just dope. It's just,
The
it's,
whole
I always
vibe
recommend,
is chill,
yeah,
and you
I
get to
recommend
like
like a
be
lot of my friends to
exposed to a
go there.
culture that is like so ingrained into different parts of the world. Like it
Hmm.
originated obviously in New York, but it
Hmm.
expanded to overseas. It's in every continent pretty much. I mean, there's little
Yeah.
kids in the Congo that break dance now. It's
Hmm.
nuts. And like JP said, you want to go and just check out a whole vibe of people just relaxing and having a good time, and it's kind of like a big family. Dancers
Yeah.
are amazing. I mean, the community is so welcoming.
Hmm.
If you have little
Hmm.
ones, and it's for all ages. So
Hmm.
there's no limit to what you guys want to go experience. I mean, but it is really cool. We got to we've been doing it forever. I've been doing it for 20 years, 20 plus years. um
Hmm.
I mean, it hasn't changed. I mean, it's gotten crazier and it's gotten better. Like the moveset has
Hmm.
gotten ridiculous and has ascended to a new level. um
Yes.
I mean, but the culture has always remained the same. It's we represent our crew, our
Hmm.
basically our family, our pride,
Hmm.
our countries, and it's dope. It's really cool to see, like, not just the cultural aspect of it, but the competitiveness. Like you see people
Yes.
who are going head to head in a battle, and
Hmm.
you get to just see how fierce their move. It's like watching a fight, but like no one's getting hurt. It's just very,
Yeah.
very unique and in a sense, kind of beautiful in a way. I mean, the
Hmm.
rhythm of dance and music, corresponding together, like it's
Hmm.
a real sight to see. And we highly recommend you guys checking it out. There's a lot of events coming up. There's one this Friday, December 11th, at the Uptown Eats, in Uptown Sacramento. There's also one that's at New Year's Eve, competition that's going to be in Old Sacramento, at the Great
What?
House of Dance, which is going to be a dope one.
What?
So if you
That'd
guys
be
are
dope.
interested, you don't have plans, and you guys just want to come see a really cool vibe show, good music, good people, just a lot of
Hmm.
amazing acrobatic to rhythm dance flow. I can't sell it enough. It sells itself. You guys seen from the clips, like there's so much to it. So highly
Hmm.
recommend, if you guys are having a family night, you want to see something like that. Take the kids, let them experience it. Who knows? It might change. They might change their life. It might become a dancer. They might become
Hmm.
you know, a choreographer. There's so many outlets to it. JP,
Hmm.
like as a dancer, your perspective, what do you think as a competitor? Like, do you think these competitions are especially during the pandemic? Do you think they're
Hmm.
still generally going strong, or do you think they're dying out?
As a competition wise, or
Yeah,
what do you mean?
competition wise.
Competition, I'll say I don't think it's dying. It's just because everybody's still doing the lockdown, but it's just the culture is strong.
Yeah,
The people, the spirit. So like I said, it's the community. People from Sacramento know people from the Bay Area. People from the Bay Area know people from LA. People from LA know people from New York. It's one big community. So
yeah,
I think once everything lifts, like the big news that we just got announced with B Boy is going to be a part of the Olympics, people understand like it's big and sometimes criticized the mainstream,
yeah,
but as a b-boy, if you're part of that culture for a long time, it's the same thing. There's breakdancer and b-boy from Bay Area, they'll go to the Philippines, or people from b-boys from France will go to say China or Korea to go to competitions. It's the same thing. People from countries and countries battle each other. That's how big it is. It's
Yeah,
just now that you're just getting the medal now.
that's true. And that brings us to another kind of topic that we're moving into. Breakdancing is transcending and it's actual like going into the Olympics now. Like it's an actual
Hmm.
Olympic event, which is so dope. I mean, when we were younger, that was an aspect dream to have something like that. Like we were just some
Yes.
ghetto kids who used to dance in the park
Hmm.
or wherever we
Hmm.
can freaking get ourselves into, you know. Now there's
Hmm.
studios, there's places that are designated for just for breakdancing in general. There's
Hmm.
camps, there's
Hmm.
so many resources that the younger generation has at their fingertips, and I think it's amazing and
And
it's dope how
YouTube,
far it's
we had
come.
to learn by ourselves.
Yeah, and I look back at us. We used to ride our bikes to the
Hmm.
park and have a
Hmm.
linoleum rolled up on our shoulder with a bike and a little boom box, and we that was dedication, man. Like I said, it was a
Hmm.
lifestyle. We were all about it. We were all in, training day in day out, learning,
Hmm.
doing the same move hundreds of times, perfecting
Exactly.
it. And it's great to see like that it's to a point where the resources are where we don't have to like get in trouble or
Hmm.
be in a park after hours, and cops would
Hmm.
come. And it was a tough shitty era for us, but at the same time, like, we
Yeah.
loved it so much we didn't give a shit that all that was going on.
But not only that,
Dude, do you
sorry.
remember? Do you remember
But not only
breaking?
that,
Do you remember breaking into UC Davis to go practice in their hallways?
yeah, I remember that. But not only that,
some
like even no
some
matter
ghetto
what
ass
era,
grimy kids that did not go to college were breaking into a university just so we can break dance in their hallways.
and we get respected for it. A
Yeah,
lot of people who went by it, they looked it out, they checked it out. Like I said, cool conversation. Like I said, because the community is so mellow,
a lot of people
and
did.
people really respect that,
Yeah,
that culture.
but there's also a lot of people who looked down on it too. There was a lot of people who kicked us out. A lot of people told us
Yeah.
that what we were doing was a waste of time and that we looked like
Hmm.
troublemaker. I mean, yeah, granted we did look like troublemakers, but we
Yeah.
were just dancers. But yeah, you're
Hmm.
right. I mean, I feel like now it's so accepted and it's part of
Hmm.
everyday life
Yeah.
because people, like you said, it's gone kind of to the mainstream. There's shows on
Hmm.
it now. There's people, worldwide competitions that are based around it now. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's a good thing, but I mean, it just always takes me back to like how far it's come from when we were doing it.
Hmm. Yeah. So like, even like back then, that's what was so dope about breakdancing. Like I said, it's such a small community. I mean, you had your rivalries, but there were, as coming up,
Yeah.
we had to learn from other people
Oh
who
yeah.
had experience to
Other
learn
people on
certain
VHS
moves.
tapes.
Ye- Yeah, exactly. Now that you kick out YouTube, you can
YouTube.
YouTube how to do a flare
They
or
got
up rock.
classes. They got everything now.
Exactly. And what's so dope about, b-boying or breakdancing is people use it to express themselves.
Yeah.
That's how they get their style, get the unique, techniques. Because some people can't sing, or some people just can't do whatever. But breakdancing, some people use it to express themselves,
Oh yeah.
and it's just dope because not only like breakdancing, it is so much cardio, so much athleticism,
Oh, for
balance,
sure.
technique. It is so of a good workout. I mean, I know people who back then when I was breakdancing, people who were weightlifters, people who were in football teams,
Yeah.
wrestlers, they can
Yeah.
do half the things that we did, and they have more muscle.
Yeah.
So it brings to that perspective is like they actually gave us props
Yeah.
like how'd you do that? Like, dude, that's I can do I can bench 345, and dude, I can't
Spit on my
balance on one
head or
arm
spit
like
on
you
my
did. Yeah.
hand.
No, even stand on one arm. So it's like I said, it's just that they get enough respect, and it's just so dope for the culture to go to prove what it is
Oh,
because it
for
had a
sure.
big spotlight where it was so you think you can dance
Yeah.
with the Jabberwockies. That brought a lot of mainstream to it, and which was dope. But it kind of lost, watered down for a minute. People who didn't really appreciate the style, the technique. So it was more. Um, it just got really too mainstream for a minute. People didn't really understand the art of it. people want to see the cool tricks, the power moves, but don't really understand there's an art form that's also behind
Oh
it
no,
as
for
well.
sure. As I said, it's the fireworks are always cool, but always you got to take the time to appreciate the scenery. You got to take
Exactly.
appreciate the artistic side of it, not just the muscle, the
Exactly.
power, the dynamics. Um,
Exactly.
yeah, man. I mean, I was just amazed of everything. The community still going strong. It was dope. There was drones flying over the freaking event. It was
Yeah.
crazy, you guys. It was
Yeah.
something like out of like a movie that you guys would have seen. It was like a movie set. There were so many cameras, and it
Hmm.
was cool. It was really cool to see that it was getting the coverage like that, and it deserved it.
Hmm.
Um, Speaking of flying objects, so apparently, aliens are real. So, if you
I
guys don't
mean,
know, JP loves conspiracy, and he fucking believes that aliens are out there. They're all. I mean, I'm a believer, but
mm,
JP is deep, balls deep in that shit. So, I was reading an article,
mm,
and it was talking about how this guy, I think he was like Ukrainian or something. Like he's
mm,
an old aerospace engineer, and he was saying, "Hey, man, they're fucking real. There's a real there." So, like, it was kind of weird. Okay, so I don't know if you know this, but there's a remote island somewhere way out there,
uh-huh,
like in South America or something like that, and there's a group
uh-huh.
of people that live on that island that have no idea about us, that have no idea
Yeah.
about anything. Like, they don't know anything about other humans. They don't know. We don't really know too much about them.
Yeah.
So when these people got discovered, they, a couple of, like, the government was like, leave them alone. Like, we don't want to bother them. They've
Yeah.
been remote. They've been alive for, I think there's like anywhere from like 75 to 100 and something people there. And they're like,
Hmm.
they've been surviving. We just need to leave them alone, let them live their life. We don't want to interfere with nothing because we've done that for so long and it doesn't turn out well
Yeah.
a lot of the times. And they might be the
Hmm.
last of their kind. Well, a couple
Exactly.
of jackasses. I mean, they see planes flying over there. They don't know
Hmm.
what they are, so they kind of just like,
Hmm.
But there's a couple of jackasses over there. This guy tried to go over there and convert them to Christianity. Well, needless to say, they saw the dude's body getting dragged into the jungle, so
Oh
he
my
didn't
goodness.
make it. So
Yeah.
I guess they went down to where this remote area before, because I
Hmm.
guess a plane had landed there, and then they found like
Yeah.
spears and everything into that plane. Well, what
Hmm.
I'm getting at with that is, I think that's kind of like what this dude was saying about the aliens, that we are those people on that island. They don't want to interfere. That's why aliens haven't merely made themselves known, or, I mean, you see them and you're
Yeah.
like, what the heck is that? But we've
Yeah.
never actually came in contact with them, because if we did, then they might fuck up our time, our lives, our
Hmm.
evolution, our, you know, the human process in general, like the way we're supposed to be. So I thought that
Hmm.
was really interesting in an article, and I wanted to kind of throw that at you and let you run wild with it. So, ready, go.
Well, first I heard about the island that you're talking about.
Yeah,
I think it was, I think somewhere that you're saying, but like it's a big tribe there that has been isolated from civilization
yeah,
for many thousands of years, and that's one of the warnings that they were telling people just to leave them alone.
yeah,
But some people who tamper with them,
yeah.
like I said, they're village people, so they're kind of more ruthless. So they would stab people with spears and kill people. It's
Do you
just
think they
because they
ate
don't
them?
know who you are.
Do you think they ate
I
that
would have
that
done it.
guy?
If you think just to think about it, I mean, you're in an island. You're thinking you don't know. They don't go based off a year.
Yeah,
It probably goes based off of something else that we don't even know.
yeah.
But like I said, it's their culture and the guy mess with them. It's just one of those. I mean, it's the bad decision. But with the aliens part, um, I mean, you gotta think about it. I mean, it's a big Earth that it is here. I
Yeah.
mean, even underwater in the ocean,
Well,
we
go
don't even
beyond that,
know.
dude. What about the universe?
That's what I was getting to because even with the universe, I mean, we can't be the only people here. I mean, even on this universe or atmosphere or solar system, just to think about, all these stars. So you're gonna say we're the only species out of
Yeah,
all the stars that
yeah.
has any kind of life? It's no way. I'm a Catholic. I'm a real believer, but I know, we're not the only ones here.
You'd have to be
It's
crazy to think
impossible.
that we were the only ones in the universe that are humans, or I mean, that are
Exactly.
life forms.
And you think about it too, because even with aliens, people say like, well, why they happen here? I believe they are here sometimes,
Yeah,
but they're not noticeable. But even to be in contact with them,
yeah,
they're probably scared of us as much as we're probably scared of them. It's just
yeah.
because we're
I
not
mean, but
sure,
because humans have that shoot first, ask questions later mentality. I mean, you see all the
exactly.
movies. What's the first thing that they fucking do with these aliens? They start
They shoot
shooting
them.
first, and then they're like, "Oh
Exactly.
no, they're attacking us." Well, yeah, because you guys were shooting at them. What did you expect them to
Exactly.
do?
And we don't even know. Even they're probably, you know, how you say, civil. Have a conversation with an alien.
Oh, dude,
We
that'd be
don't
dope.
know.
What would be something you would ask? Like, what would be your top three questions to ask an alien?
Um. Wow. First thing, three question is, where do you live?
Uh huh.
And um, where do you live? What do you eat? And number three would have to be, can I see your UFO? And because of technology wise, like I said, these people are in outer space, and UFOs been here for millions and millions of years.
Yeah.
Just imagine the advanced technology that they have
Oh,
now.
dude, I could imagine. So like
Mhm.
think about this too. Like what if like, you know, they're amongst us? Like what if like your friend, your best friend, your aunt, your uncle, your parents even, what if them was an alien and like you just or both of your parents and like, they just were around you to study you. Like that'd be crazy, right?
Well,
I mean, I
they
don't think that's. I mean, it's possible, but I mean, it's highly unlikely because
well, no, get to like maybe aliens think that we're aliens and they're humans.
that's true.
You know what I mean,
We could be yes, we could be the other life forms. But I mean,
exactly.
they're so far more advanced than us, obviously, because they're able to travel
Hmm.
through space and all that stuff, no problem, in a quick, timely manner. That we're the tribe. We're the little tribe of people on that island that don't know shit, that think that the world is the only thing out here, we're the only people or life
Hmm.
forms, when we don't know shit. Like we don't know what else is beyond the ocean, we don't know what's beyond space, we don't know what's beyond our galaxy. Like there's there's probably multiple galaxies.
And that's when you bring to that. Now again to the conspiracy.
Yeah.
Maybe if this COVID is actually the first development of defense
Ooh.
against aliens,
Ooh.
because
Someone,
you
someone,
know all the
someone
movies.
did the dirty with an alien, so now we got alien AIDS around here.
No, maybe
We
it's
got the
defense
alien
towards
herpes.
aliens. Maybe it's defense towards aliens
Huh?
because maybe it's defense towards aliens because what if we meet an alien? Maybe they're like because thinking back in the times
Yeah,
when Europeans came over, killed a lot of Native Americans by because their sickness.
yeah,
So what happens if aliens come instead of shooting aliens like you're saying, shoot first? Maybe if we get the COVID and we come interact with the alien, our COVID will kill them
yeah. True. Very true.
because, like I said, their immune system. We don't know how the immune system is, and the first thing with this COVID, what does it affect? It affects their lungs.
We also want to know what you guys think about aliens. Let us know in the comments down below. Like, have you guys ever seen an alien? Maybe you have a story.
Mhm.
Let us know down in the comments. What are some of the things that you guys think that could possibly like benefit us coming in contact with aliens? Um, I mean, I think obviously like the technology would go higher, but what if their lifestyle is healthier? What if we don't have to eat certain things? What if we don't have to like live off of certain things? And what if even like not just the technology wise, but what if just like I said, their lifestyle in general? What if they can expand like your mind and your body, and what if they could do all that and teach us how? Like that'd be crazy, right?
Yeah, that'd be dope. Like I said, we just don't know, their where they're at advanced in life. Like
True.
just even
True.
looking at us, from our perspective,
Yeah.
I mean, we have, how you say bioengineering. We got, what Elon Musk doing?
Aerospace.
Neuro, yeah, neurospace. I mean, we just don't know where, like, with us living compared to them living, it just, how you say, it just be very interesting, very
Yeah.
interesting.
It would be. It would be.
Mhm.
Um, what else is very interesting is, yo, what do you think about this whole Logan Paul or Jake Paul? Is it Jake Paul or Logan Paul that's fighting Mayweather,
Logan,
bro? What the
Logan.
fuck?
It's a money
Yo,
grab, and it's
is
for the
it
culture, I
Logan
guess.
Paul? Right, Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Logan Paul
Hmm.
is like 200 pounds and is like 6'1". Floyd Mayweather is like 4'5", 5'4", and weighs 170 pounds, like soaking
Not
wet.
even like 130,
No, he
130,
cuts down. I think he
150.
walks around at like 170 or something like that. But
Oh,
he's only like 5'8", 5'7". He's a
he's
little
short.
guy.
Yeah. Ti was taller than him,
Yo,
and
that's
Ti's
gonna
like
be a
5'9".
shit show. I mean, I'm gonna watch it because I'm yeah.
Well,
But
they say that it's a money grab, and
it
also
is a
for the
money grab for
culture.
sure. But I mean, the undercard could be good. I would like to see his little brother. If he called out Dylan Dennis, if you guys don't know who Dylan
Uh-huh.
Dennis is, he's one of Conor McGregor's like training partners. He's a really good. He's like one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners in the world, but his stand-up
Hmm.
game is very questionable. So
Hmm.
that could be on the card. I mean, we can get Mike Tyson versus Holyfield 3. Like, what the fuck? I mean,
I know,
it has
right?
good potential to it, but at the same time, it's like that's gonna be a shit show. And no, and for let's check this out. If you buy it now, early access, it's only $25. And if you wait after I think it's the first million buys is of $25, and then after that it goes to $39.99, and then the month of the actual event, which is in February, it goes up to I think like $49.99.
Well, you know why?
Oh
Because I
yeah,
guess Jake Paul versus Nate Robinson, it had more pay-per-view buys than Canelo versus
oh
Triple
yeah,
G.
yeah.
Dude,
That's
that's mind
crazy.
blowing.
But that was more due to Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. But I
Yeah,
mean,
but look at the
the bigger
YouTube
event
guy.
than that was the biggest event to date. It was Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather. That was the biggest pay per view to date. That beat Manny Mayweather and Pacquiao by
Mhm.
a couple of million. It beat Conor McGregor versus Diaz. It beat a lot of those main cards because that
Mhm.
was like the rebuttal. Like it was a huge freaking event.
Mhm.
So I think this is kind of going to do the same thing. And I don't want to dabble too much or oversell it, but I think it's just going to be a whole thing with just factors in. One of them is not a boxer at all. He's a YouTuber. I mean, but he is considered a pro boxer now because he's trained. He had a professional fight. And the other one is the freaking GOAT, the best of all time boxer. He's not my GOAT, but he is the GOAT of
Mhm.
boxing in general. 50-0. He's 40 something years old, 50 years old, and still putting young guys to shame. But I think it's gonna be a funny ass card for some reason. I don't know if it's an actual fight or if it's just an exhibition because of the size difference. I don't know if they're gonna meet that. I don't know if it's gonna be sanctioned, and if it is,
Yeah.
where the hell are they gonna get that sanctioned? Because I don't think maybe Vegas. I know California is not gonna touch that. I know New York is not gonna touch that. Texas
It's
maybe, but
Vegas.
who knows?
That's
I mean, I
Mayweather's
know they're gonna want
backyard, the
fans to be there,
MGM.
so either Texas or Vegas, I would say.
Well, even for the culture, how do you feel about that? Mayweather versus
I
Jake. I
mean,
mean Logan Paul.
and that's a lot of people are stating like if they have to do that, boxing is in a bad state. Like this weekend, there's actually a big fight. It's
Mhm.
what's his name? Um,
Danny Garcia.
no. That was the last weekend. This is
Oh
this
yeah,
weekend. That the past weekend was a good fight. Errol Spence Jr. beat the hell out of
yeah.
Danny Garcia. And tell me why this fool called me drunk as hell off his little Patron telling me
I
that Danny Garcia won that fight. And he swears that he
was about
knocked him
Don
down.
Julio.
He did not
Don
knock him
Julio.
down. He low
Man.
blowed him. They stopped it and they had to make him get recover. And this fool called me crying, saying he won that fight. No, he did not, bro.
Oh my goodness! I can't
Yo,
believe no one
let
took the
everybody
phone away
know.
from
Let
him.
everybody know that you fucked up, calling me, telling me that Danny Garcia won that fight.
And I was going for Spence too, but Garcia. I mean, I don't remember that night. I drank pretty much a half a bottle of Don
Say
Julio.
less.
I don't recommend it,
Say
people. I
less,
don't
bro.
recommend it. It
Oh my
was just
god,
a
I'm hella
special
weak. Nah, if
occasion.
you guys were there, you guys would have freaked. I need to start recording this shit. But that was the funniest thing. He was so persistent that Danny Garcia won that
Man, that was a crazy night. That was a
funniest
crazy night,
shit
people.
ever. Shout out to JP for making that night interesting. But
Oh my goodness.
like this weekend, Anthony Joshua, the freaking one of the biggest heavyweight, contenders of all, he's fighting this weekend. They're not
I
even
didn't know
talking
that.
about that. What are they
Yeah, I didn't even
talking
know that.
over Earl Spence Jr. Danny Garcia fight? What are they talking over that fight? Is Floyd Mayweather fighting fucking Logan Paul? This is ridiculous,
Anthony
bro. It's
Johnson, one who
crazy.
knocked out the other guy, right? Who did he knock out? Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua beat up. He lost first to that chubby Mexican guy, Andy Ruiz, and then he
Oh,
came
that's what it
back and then
was.
he beat the shit out of Andy Ruiz.
Yeah.
So now he's the champ again. So the fight, they want to make is Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury knocked the shit out of Deontay Wilder.
Oh, so he's fighting Tyson Fury?
No, he's not fighting Tyson Fury. He's fighting
Oh.
some like old Russian dude or European guy,
Oh, okay.
Progolov or something like that. So I
Yeah.
think they're supposed to fight. Well, Deontay Wilder is campaigning for a rematch, and Tyson Fury is like, I don't want a rematch. He already beat you. So I think they're trying to make Fury versus Joshua, but I think they're just kind of working at the contracts, and they didn't want to wait for a long time because both fighters want to stay active. So Joshua got a fight, and I think Fury fights in January or February. So he's fighting some other guy. I mean, some guy that he already beat. That guy that he fought before Deontay Wilder, some dude that cut his eye up and pretty good, but he's gonna rematch him, and it's just gonna be, Fury whooping his ass again. But I think they'll fight eventually next year, and it's gonna be a big fight.
I mean, Wilder. I mean,
dude, did you see the excuses he's making?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god!
Because I mean, he just had so many. He just handled the whole thing wrong. You had your opportunity.
Yeah.
It just it wasn't had nothing to do with the fight.
He's not a boxer. He's just a power. He's a freak of nature. One power. He's a power puncher. He when he all the guys that he fought. I'm not gonna say he got lucky because he was knocking dudes dead. But when he came across an actual person that knew how to use footwork angles and outbox him and bring it to him, figured out his pattern. Beat the shit out of him and knocked him out.
Yeah, he did.
But yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. He tried to make all the excuses. Yeah,
it is. The excuses are sad, and it's gone for him to, his costume was too heavy. To his trainers poisoned him. To I don't know what else the thing is now. He said something about like
so many excuses.
But yeah, I don't know, man.
But I gotta check that out though.
Yeah,
that's gonna be dope.
Oh no,
so everybody should watch that
this weekend. Some good fights. UFC has a good fight card this weekend. The 125ers I think are fighting. Davison Figueiredo. He's fighting. Oh god, I know his name is like the Babyface Assassin. Something I don't know, Moreno. But it should be a good fight. That's gonna be an interesting fight. El Kukui, my man. Shout outs to El Kukui. Freaking Tony Ferguson. He's gonna fight Charles Oliveira, the Bronx. So that should be a really good fight. I think that might be for a title shot. A lot of good stuff happening this weekend. I'm judging another event this Friday. You guys want to check that out if you guys are in the Sacramento area. Like I said, Uptown Eats. Thrown by Skills Over Hype. You can check them out on Instagram, Skills Over Hype, or on Facebook. They have flyers all up there. Check those guys out. Really cool apparel. Skills Over Hype. Breaking Bread. Shout out to them. They throw a lot of events in the same area. Go to bed. Uptown Eats. They're all really good companies that come together and make events happen. So check them out. Good food, like my cousin said, that Uptown Eats has really good food. And the event's gonna be popping, man. So Check that out. December 11th, this Friday. I think the battles are going to start around 5 p.m. So if you guys don't want to miss that, if you're in the Sacramento area, Sacramento. I mean, that pretty much does it for this episode. JP, you have anything left to say, my man?
I mean, I highly recommend everybody out there in the area to check it out because, like I said, it's a good vibe. It's something totally different. A lot of people be out there. Great food. I recommend the mac and cheese. Oh my goodness, it's die
That
for.
mac and cheese goes
Um,
hard.
that mac and cheese is really good. Like I said, just check it out. It's something totally different. I believe most people will enjoy the culture, just enjoy the scenery. Just come check it out.
Yes. And like always, like, subscribe, comment, share the video, tell your grandma about us, tell little Billy about us. We
We
appreciate you
got you,
guys,
Billy.
sending all the love,
Tell our grandma.
subscribing, all that stuff. Shout out to JP for making it.
I know,
And we'll
crazy.
check you guys out next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Killer Shine, and that's JP. We out. Peace.